Very good evening, students. Welcome back to online session on structured query language SQL. So this SQL, as you know, we planned in the weekends. Okay, so probably I'm going to put, as I told you earlier, I'm going to put one video on Saturday and another video on Sunday, as it is an add-on course. Okay, even though we are doing parallel to your academics, but we have planned this at the weekends only. Okay, weekly at most you can expect 3 videos. So one is on Saturday, one is on Sunday, and another will be on Wednesday. Okay, so in our last session we discussed, I mean, after creating the user and after creating the table in that user, we have seen how we can do the insertion of the records into that particular table, insertion of rows into that particular table. Okay, so after that we have seen some of the select queries, I mean, how we can retrieve the data from that table. Okay, so the insertion, when we did, we have seen different forms of insertion, like doing a single record insertion, doing multiple records insertion. Okay, so multiple record insertion without typing the query multiple times. Simply we use that ampersand operator before the field name, and we have created a specialized query so that you can do the multiple record entry simultaneously. Multiple record entry simultaneously. So just by making use of that forward slash. Isn't it? All these things we discussed in our previous session, and we have also discussed the commit and rollback commands, the importance of commit and rollback commands. So, yeah, in today's session, we'll be dealing with the one of the important concept in your SQL, which is the update command. So we'll be focusing more on the update command. So we see what is update command and how to use this update command in SQL. Update command. And so this update command, it is associated with two different commands. Sorry, not update command. I thought of saying where class. Okay. So we'll be discussing the where class. Okay, where clause, and this where clause, it is associated with two commands, that is update as well as delete. And the importance of this where class we also see in select command. So first, because already this select command is familiar to us, so first we go with this select command, the where class, then the update command, then the delete command. These three things we will discuss in today's session. Okay, so hopefully we'll start with the first one, that is the where class. What exactly this where class is and how we can use this where class in our SQL. So let's just go to the PPT. So in this PPT, yeah, all these things, the SQL commands, DDL, DML, all these things we completed. Then describe command about the table that we discussed. Deleting a table, drop table command, that also we discussed. Then we have also seen select command. Okay. Then insert command, inserting a single row. Insert command with, I mean, individual fields. Okay, if you are entering all fields, simply use the insert command without any field names. Okay, this also we have seen. Then insert command for multiple record entry. So this also we have seen, and to repeat the command, simply we said to use the forward slash. We said to use the forward slash. Let me just take the marker. Okay, over here. Yeah, this forward slash we are using simply to input multiple records into your database. Okay, so then commit and rollback commands, this also we have seen. The purpose of using commit command, the purpose of using rollback command, we are clear with. So now the where clause, as I said, the where clause. Okay, so it is something like how we applied the filters in your MS Excel. So in order to retrieve the specific fields or specific rows from your table we applied filters, isn't it? So filters are nothing but it is a way of inputting, it is a way of giving condition, isn't it? It is a way of giving condition. Let us say if you have all employee records into your table, okay, then if you want only the table, I mean employee names whose age is more than 30 years. Okay, you have multiple records of multiple employees inside your database, but you want to retrieve the employees whose age is more than 30 years. So you want to impose a condition. You want to filter your data in such a way that you want to get the employee details whose age is more than 30 years. Okay, rest of them you simply want to ignore. So if you have such a thing, if you have a such type of filtering, or let us say if you want to select the employees only the employees whose name starts with the letter A, it is also a kind of condition, isn't it? Okay, let us say whose salary is more than 50,000. You want to select the employees whose salary is more than 50,000. So again, all these things to achieve, what you have to do, you have to impose the filters, you have to impose the conditions on your database. So to do that, we use this where class. So how this SQL where class is helpful in the sense, the SQL where class is used to filter the records. Filtering is nothing but from all the records selecting the desired ones. From all the records we select only the desired ones. Okay, so to select the desired records we generally filter them, isn't it? We generally filter them in your MS Excel. So the same thing we do over here in SQL, just by making use of this where class. Okay, where class. The where class is used to extract only those records that fulfill a specified condition. We'll give a condition over there, and the records those who fulfill that particular condition, the select command or the whatever command you are doing, it will retrieve only that thing. So if you see the syntax over here, syntax, general syntax of where class inside select command. So this where class, it can be used with multiple commands. Okay, it can be used with multiple commands that we'll discuss afterwards. But I mean, for now we said we are using only in select. So the syntax I have written accordingly. As you can see over here, inside the syntax, what we said, select column 1, column 2, I mean how many columns you want, that many column names you can represent, or if you want all the fields, all the columns to be selected, put over here star. Okay, columns in the sense these things inside your table, these things, we are not talking about rows. Okay, so select column 1, column 2 and so on from table name where condition. So over here this where clause, it is helpful in specifying this condition into your query, whether it is a select query, update query, delete query, whatever it is. The where clause, how it is helpful in order to specify the condition, in order to give the condition into your query, we use this where clause. So if you see the example over here, example, select star from employee where ename is John. So the ename, whoever employee is having ename as John, that particular employee will be retrieved. So today's session, it will completely hands-on. Okay, so you have to do the practice immediately after completing the session, or as the session is going, you can do the practice as well. So simply open your laptops, open your command prompts, okay, and whenever you are practicing, you are doing some practice, simply pause the video and you can go there and you can practice the stuff. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to practice this select star from emp where ename is equals to John. So I'm moving to my command prompt, SQL command prompt. So over here, what I have to do, I have to connect. First of all, I have to connect to my user. So where I have my tables, where I have my employee table, because whatever command we are about to practice, that we have to practice on employee table. So how to get that employee table? Here you can see. We said we are practicing this command on employee table. So where this employee table, it is in a particular user with name ISL CSE001. So first I have to log in to this ISL CSE001, and then I can see this command. I mean, I can see this table. So on the table, I can apply the retrieval operation as well. So I'm going to command prompt and I'm connecting to that one. So connect. Okay, hit enter. So here it is asking the username, that is ISL CSE001. 001, hit enter. It is asking the password, same thing, ISL CSE 001. So now I got connected. So you can see the table now. Select star from tab. So here employee table it is listing. Then select star from EMP. So generally I am retrieving all the fields, I mean all the records. I am retrieving all the rows from my table. So select star in the sense all fields I am retrieving, and as I am not mentioning any where class, so it will retrieve all the rows as well. So where class, where it will be employed in the sense, yeah, in order to retrieve specific records, from the table, you can use this where class. So just as we have not specified any where class, then what it will do, it will retrieve all the records. So it is listing all my records. I have 10 records in my table. I have 10 records, 10 rows in my table, so it is listing all those 10 records. So now if I want to filter these records, then I have to go for where clause. When I want to filter these records, I want to go for that what we call where clause. So here I want the employees whose name is John. Okay, whose name is John or whose first name is John, I want to select only those employees. So yeah, as you can see clearly in this table, how many employees with name John I have? I have 2 employees. One is over here with name John and another one is over here with name John. So I have 2 records. So when I type this query, okay, select star, I mean I will retrieve all the fields. So I say select star. So star means retrieve all the fields. We are not talking about rows now. We are talking, this star will indicate the fields. Okay, select star from table name employee. Mention the where clause. Where, okay, and what condition you want to give. Where ename, it must be John. Okay, where ename equals to, as it is a varchar value, you have to use single quotations. Okay, John, where ename equals to John. So now how many records it has to retrieve? Only 2 records it has to retrieve. See, it is retrieving only 2 records. That is what we call 1002 and 1010. Those 2 employees are with name John, so it is retrieving those 2 employees. So any other matching values we have over here? I don't think so. Okay, so like this you can put the where clause into your query, or you can say select, I mean if you don't want to retrieve all the fields, you want only the salary details of John. Let us say you want only the salary details of John. So then what we have to do, select ESAL, isn't it? Salary column name is ESAL from EMP where E name equals to John. Okay, so what we are doing, we are retrieving salary details of employees whose name is John. Okay, whose name is John. So now you hit enter. See, we got only the salary details of those 2. Or simply seeing the salary details, it is not sufficient. It is not giving the full clarity. So I want to know the EID as well as salary. Let us say I want to know the EID as well as salary, employee ID and salary. So select in that way. Select EID comma E salary from EMP employee where E name equals to John. Okay, where E name equals to John. So like this, select EID E salary from employee where E name equals to John, see how easy it is framing the queries, how easy it is. Just you have to know the technique of framing these queries, technique of writing the statements in this particular language. That's enough. So when you hit the enter key, it will list that one. See, EID it is listing and eSalary it is listing. Hopefully you understood. So next thing, simply select, I want to know, I mean, once again, you just print the table from EMP. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to retrieve the what we call salary details of I want to retrieve the age of Robert. Robert age is not there now, so I want to retrieve the age of let us say Albert. Okay, I want to retrieve the age of Albert. So how we can, I want to retrieve the age of Albert. So select age, select age, not age, e-age it is. Select e-age from the field name we are writing over here. As you can see, the field name over here is e-age. It is not age, it is e-age. So you have to write the same e-age over here. E-age from EMP where we said employee Albert age details we want. So select e-age from EMP where e-name equals to Albert. So these queries you have to practice. That's it. That is the only way to learn these queries. You have to practice. You just frame a condition, I mean frame a statement, question, and try to frame the query for that one. That is the only way. So how I am framing the query first? So I want to select the age of Albert. I want to select the age of Albert. I don't want any other thing. I just want the age of Albert. Okay. So select e-age from employee where e-name is Albert. That's it. See, it will give the age of Albert, age 18, 38 it is saying. Okay, now let us say if you I mean we are not doing this search, I mean search based on, we are not filtering based on e-name. So now if you want to filter on based on EID, if you want to filter based on EID, how you can do? Suppose if you want the salary details of or the person name, let us say if you want the person name of 1009, okay, 1009, ID 1009. So select e-name from employee where EID is equals to, don't give single quotes because EID it is not a varchar, it is number, isn't it? It is a number data type. So don't give single quotations. That also I have seen. How come you know which field is number and which field is varchar, in the sense when you have created at that point only you have given the data types. So simply desk employee, description about the employee. As you can see, it is showing EID as number, e-name as varchar, and e-age, e-salary, those two are also varchar. So now I said I want the employee name with EID 1009. Okay, employee name with EID 1009. So who is 1009? So select e-name from EMP where EID equals to 1009. Okay, 1009, like this. I want e-name of 1009 employee. I want the name of employee with ID 1009. So that we are doing over here. Okay, so hit the enter key, you will come to know. See, Ahmed. Okay, it is giving the exact thing. From the table, it is giving the exact thing. So let us say if you want the details of, or if you want the name of, or if you want all the details of employee 1009. If you want all the details of 1009 employees. So how you do that one? 1009, all the details we want. Okay, 1009, all the details we want. So how we can? So select all the details we are saying. Select star, all the details in the sense star, from which table? Employee table. Select star from employee where EID equals to 1000. What we said? Okay, let us take another example. 1006. Okay, EID equals to 1006. So now what it will do? It will print all the details of 1006 employee. Okay, his name, his age, his salary, everything he will print. It will print. So see, EID 1006, e-name Michael, age is 39 and e-salary is 39,000. So like this, you can filter your database. How we are filtering? This filtering concept, it is one of the important concept, as we have seen both in MS Excel as well as in SQL. You will be having bulk of data, and our job is to select the filtered data. And this where clause is one of the technique through which you can filter the data. Through which you can filter the data. So let us say if you want employee details, all details of some 1010. Okay, 1010. One more query I am writing. Select star. All the details we said. From employee where EID equals to 1010. 1010. Semicolon, hit enter. So it is giving all the details of 110 employee. 1010 ID employee. Okay, so likewise the where class is helpful in filtering the records inside your table, database table. If you want to filter the records, you can go for where class followed by different operators. See, in order to frame the query using this where clause, we have different set of operators. So sometimes not exact match we will be looking for, rather than exact match, sometimes we will be looking for some range, okay, or greater, lesser, relational range also we are looking. Okay, so that to satisfy, we have different operators in your where class. Okay, different operators. The following are the way, operators which can be used. These operators, they can be used with your where clause. So equals to, already we have seen, to find the exact match. So if you are saying employee ID, it should be equals to so and so. Employee ID, it should be equals to so and so. Then what we are getting? Exactly of that particular employee details only we are getting. Select star. I have written the query over here. Select star from employee where EID equals to 1006 I have written. So what it has done? It has retrieved all the details of 1006 employee. Exact details of 1006 employee. Okay, that we have seen over here. So the next thing, greater. So let us say if you want to select the employee details whose age is greater than to some age. So like who are older than 50 years. Okay, you want to retrieve all the details of employees whose age is greater than 50 years. So over there we use this greater than symbol. Less than, like that same way. Less than 50 years to get. Okay, all these queries once again we frame one by one. There you will understand the importance of all these relational operators along with this between, like and in operators as well. So you have all the relational operators, comparison operators here. Equals to, just to have the exact match value. Greater than, to find the greater values. Lesser than, to find the lesser values. Greater than or equals to, same meaning. Lesser than or equals to, same meaning. Okay, this less than, greater than, sometimes it is used to indicate not equals to. Not equals to indicate this symbol, either this symbol less than, greater than, or not equals to. Any of these two symbols can be used. Okay, for our SQL we are using, hopefully we are using this symbol only. Okay, we are using this symbol only, not equals to. Okay, hopefully you understood. To give a range. Okay, to give a range of values, from that only you want your SQL query to be satisfied. Then to give the range, let us say I want all the employees whose age is between 50 to 60 years. Okay, between 30 to 40 years, let us say I want all the employee details whose age is between 30 to 40 years. Then we have to go for this between operator. The meaning is same. Between, in the sense we'll be giving a range over there between 30 to 40. Likewise, like in the sense, whose name, surname is like something. Okay, whose name is starting with letter A, let us assume, whose name is starting with letter A and whose name is ending with letter A. Likewise, if you want the query, you can go for this like operator. In is if you want to give not the range but a list of values. Okay, this is not the range. Okay, this in operator is used to give not the range but a list of values. Let us say I want the employee details whose age is either 32, either 42 or either 52. Like this, 32, 42, 52 it must be. Other than that I don't want. Whose age is exactly 32, 42, 52. How you can get that one? Yeah, using this in operator, we will see. Okay, to specify multiple possible values in our where class, or to specify multiple possible conditions in our where class, we use this in operator. So one by one we will practice and we will see how these operators will work. So the equals to operator already we have performed. We have seen how we can use that equals to operator. Over here we have seen. Okay, so let us go and see. Yeah, here I have listed some of the examples. So if you practice all these examples, you will understand all these operators. Okay, just in order to understand all these operators of where class, what we have to do, we have to practice all these commands, all these queries. And as you can see over here, we are not doing anything other than the retrieval operation. So retrieve the details of employee whose age is 54 years. Okay, retrieve the details in the sense all details we are retrieving. Whenever we are saying details, you have to put star at fields. Okay, retrieve the details of employees whose age is 54 years. So how we can do that one? Select retrieve the details, we said, not specific but all the details. So select star from which table? From employees we said. So employee table, select the details of employees whose age is 54 years. Whose age is 54 years exactly we are saying. Okay, age must be 54 years. So select star from employee where, okay, age must be equals to 54 years. Okay, must be equals to 54 years. See the query, first query, retrieval query. Retrieve the details of employees whose age is 54 years. So that same thing we are doing. Okay, select star from employee, okay, where age is 54. So like this we have to frame the query. So hit the enter key and see the output. No rows selected because we don't have any employee with 54 as age. Okay, we don't have any employee with 54 as age, so that is the reason why it is showing no rows selected. So quickly go and see what employee details we have in our table exactly. So we don't have any 54 over here, you can see. We have 38, 39, 47, 48, 65, 64. So I will make that 54 as 64 now. Once again you frame the query. Select star all the details from employee. Select star all fields from employee where age is equals to 64. Like this you put, hit enter. See, wonderful, we got the output, the exact match it is finding. Okay, so the first thing, it is satisfied. Okay, first thing we have seen how we can frame the query to get the output for the first query. So that is where the age is 54. 54 we don't have anything, so we made it like 64, isn't it? So retrieve the details of employees whose age is 64 year, in the sense this particular query you have to write. Select star from employee where age is 64. See, first you try to understand the question, I mean the retrieval procedure what they have given, and then try to frame the query in your mind itself. Okay, frame the query there itself. It is very easy. Okay, so then next thing, retrieve the names and salary details of employees who are 30 plus in age. 30 plus in age in the sense their age must be greater than or older than 30 years. 30 or older than 30 years. 30 plus years. Okay, so how we can retrieve this one? We have to retrieve the age. We have to retrieve all the details, I guess. Not all the details. They are saying names and salary only. Just read the second statement. Retrieve the names and salary. So retrieve the names and salary. Retrieve in the sense select only names and salary. E-name, comma, E-sal. Names and salary from employee table, from EMP. Okay, what is the condition? They said who are 30 plus in age. 30 plus in the sense older than 30 years. Okay, older than 30. Okay, so where age must be greater. 30 plus in the sense age must be greater than or equals to 30, we can say. Greater than or equals to 30. So from these, all these records, how many will be skipped? This will be skipped, and these two we don't have any age specification over here. So these two will be skipped, and this 38, 39 will also be skipped. So we get 45, 47, 48, 65 and 64. So around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records we will get. 30 plus we have written, right? E age must be greater than or equals to 30. So it is retrieving. Okay, so 1, I think it is retrieving these two as well. John and Robert also it is retrieving. Yeah, John it is retrieving. I think this John it is retrieving. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All are 30 plus, isn't it? 32, it will consider 32 also. 32, 38, 39 also it will consider. So, except these two. This 102 and 103 it is not retrieving. Except these two it is retrieving all. It is retrieving all. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 records. Correctly, accurately we got. 8 records accurately we got. So even I can do the mistake, but computer will not do the mistake, isn't it? So select ename, eSalary from employee where eAge is greater than or equals to 30. In the sense, it is retrieving names and salary details of all those employees which are matching to our filtering process, So that filtering process is nothing but their age must be greater than 30 years. So the second thing also we have done. Then we have the third thing. See, retrieve the names and salary details of employees who are below 30 in age. So below 30 in the sense we should not use equals to over there. So select what we are retrieving, name and salary. Ename, comma esal from EMP where age must be less than 30 years. Okay, age must be less than 30 years. So what records we will get? I hope less than 30 in the sense it will consider only these two, John and Robert now, because all are greater than 30 only. Whatever age specification we have done, that is more than 30 years only, and whatever specification we have not done, that is less than, that will be considered as less than 0. Okay, so less than 30 years. So quickly see. Yeah, it is saying no rows. So I guess it is selecting something else over here. Okay, because something else over here, that is the reason why it is giving zeros. No rows selected. Okay, no rows selected. So yes, instead of 30, shall we make it 40 to get some output? Okay, we'll make it 40 to get some output. So that thing, select ename, comma esal from EMP where age must be less than 40 years. Now I'm making it as 40. Now you see what output we will get. Hit enter. See, Ahmed, Albert, Michael, like that we are getting. So Ahmed is 32, so he's below 40. Albert 38 below 40, and Michael 39 below 40. So we got these three records only on the output. Okay, so the values which you have not specified, they will not be considered in the retrieval process. Okay, the values which you have not specified, those things will not be considered in your filtering process. They just kept aside. Okay, they just kept aside. So the same thing the SQL is doing over here, it has kept those two. I mean, John and Albert, whenever you are framing a query using that eAge thing, it is keeping those two aside because we don't have any entries over there. Okay, so this is something about the third query. Okay, we got the output for that also, retrieving the names and salary details of all the employees whose age is not below but below 40 we said. Because below 30 we don't have anything in our table, so below 40 we have done. Okay, so the next one, the third one is also satisfied. The fourth one, retrieve the details of employees whose salary is 20,000 or more than it. Okay, all the details we are retrieving whose salary is 20,000 or more than it. So select all the details star from EMP where ESAL must be greater than or equals to 20,000. So like this you can frame. Select all the details of employee from employee table where their salary must be 20,000 or greater than 20,000. So this simple query will satisfy that requirement. So now we see whether we get the correct result or what. Hit the enter key. See, all these employees, they are having the salary more than 20,000. Okay, so 1003 got skipped. 1003 got skipped. Select star from EMP. Why he got skipped? 1003 got skipped. Robert, because his salary is not given. So that is the reason why he got skipped. Okay. Then what else? 1004 also got skipped. 1004. We know he's having only 18,000. Okay, he's having only 18,000, so he got skipped because we said to select more than 20,000. So then what else got skipped? Here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 all are here. Only those two records got skipped. Okay, so select some other criterion where more number of records should be got skipped. So let us say less than 40. Okay, whose salary must be equal to 40 or greater than 40. So select star from EMP where his salary must be greater than or equals to 40,000. So the people who are having more salary than 40,000, either 40,000 or more than 40,000, they will be selected. See 45, 42, 60 and 52. All they are selected. Okay. So like this, we practiced this particular query as well. The fourth query as well. The persons whose salary is greater than 20,000. 20,000 or greater than 20,000, we did it. So next query you read, fifth query, retrieve the details of employees whose salary is 20,000 or less than it. 20,000 or less than it. Okay, we want the details of all those employees whose salary is below 20,000, either 20,000 or below 20,000. How we can? Select star from EMP where E salary must be less than or equals to 20,000. Okay. Now you hit enter, only one record because only Vinod is having 80,000 salary which is less than 20,000. So it selected only his details. Okay. So like this you can, you have processed this fifth query as well. So after that what we have? The sixth query, if you read, retrieve the details of all the employees whose salary is not equals to 18,000. So here not equals to operator we are using, not equals to 18,000. So select star from EMP where E salary should not be equals to 18,000. 18,000. So only that particular record will be skipped. Only Vinod record will be skipped as well as Robert record, because for Robert we don't have any entry. Okay. So Robert record will be skipped and Vinod record will be skipped, and other than that we'll get all the records. See over here, we got 1003 got skipped because Robert, he's not having any salary entry. So his record got skipped. Then the Vinod record also got skipped because Vinod is having exactly 18,000 of salary, and we said to exclude that one. We said to not to select that one. Okay, not equals to we said, so it will simply exclude that one from our selection. So it has selected all other records other than that 18,000 and other than that empty record. Okay, empty field record. So this also done. Retrieving the salary details of all the employees except whose salary is not equals to whose salary is equals to 18,000. So this we have done. So this is, yeah, from this 7, 8, 9, these three are very, very important, because what we are practicing over here is this between, like and in. Okay, between we said the range to specify. Retrieve the details of employees. Okay, the seventh one you read it carefully. Retrieve the details of employees whose salary is in a range of 20,000 to 30,000. Whose salary is in a range of 20,000 to 30,000. So I want the details of all the employees. I want the details of all the employees whose salary is between this particular range from 20,000 to 30,000. So how we can give this range? In the sense we use the between operator of the where clause. Between operator, all these notations we discussed. The equals to operator we discussed, and not equals to we discussed, less than, greater than, all these we discussed already, isn't it? equals to, less than, greater than or equals to, less than or equals to, not equals to. This operator we are not using here. We are using not equals to, like this. This also we have discussed. So now we have to see this between operator. Okay, between operator. We make use of the between operator to specify the range, because our query, it is insisting us to use the use that one. Okay, it is insisting us to use that one. So we do that one now. So go here. I think my slide got closed. No, it is not got closed, here only. So retrieve the details of employees whose salary is in a range of 20,000 to 30,000. So first we discuss that one. So select star, all details we are retrieving. Select star from EMP, employee, where ESAL, isn't it? Salary must be in between. Where ESAL between, like this you have to specify, between 20,000 and we have to use, and 30,000 said, 20,000 to 30,000. So 30,000. Okay, up to this only. Put the semicolon at the end. So select the detail, I mean star. Star indicates all the details. We are retrieving all fields like e-name, e-salary, e-ID, e-age, everything we are retrieving. 4 fields we are retrieving. Star means. So select star from which table? Employee table. And how the selection has to be done? Where their salary, I mean whoever employees we are selecting, their salary must be in between 20,000 to 30,000. Okay, only the details of those will be selected. I mean 20,000 to 30,000 we have only one employee, and whose name is John, with the age specification is not there, and his salary is 27,000. So we got the retrieval of only that particular record. Okay, we got the retrieval of only that particular record. So simply increase the range to get more records. So instead of 30, if I say 40, so now I get more records. So like I got 4 records. 32 is in 20 to 40 range. 27 it is in 20 to 40 range. 39 it is also in 20 to 40 range. 34 also in 20 to 40 range. So in this way we can specify the range. From that range you can select. You can apply this range on age column as well. So select a star from employee where age must be between 30 years to and 40 years. 30 and 40 years. Okay, so like this. So between 30 to 40, whatever fields, I mean whatever rows we have, those rows will be selected. See, 32 it is in 30 to 40 range. 38 years it is in between 30 to 40 age. 39 years it is also in between 30 to 40 years. So those 3 records we got selected. Okay, so in this way we can use the between operator with your where clause. Between operator with your where clause. So the next query, this 7th query also we have satisfied. So the next query is the 8th one. See, the exclusion also we have to discuss over here. This is exclusion. Exclusion in the sense, whatever range you specified, other than that it will select. That range it will exclude. Okay, so in previous case, without the exclusion, what it has done? It has selected the rows, whatever rows satisfying our range, isn't it? So here when I said select star from employee where age it must be between 30 to 40. So whatever rows from my table will satisfy that range, all those it has selected. All those the select query has selected. I mean, if you want to reverse this one, if you want to just reverse this one, reversing in the sense the range must be excluded, and other than that it has to retrieve all the values. So let us say the query is something like this. I don't want the people whose age is between 30 to 40 years. I don't want the people whose age is between 30 to 40 years. Other than that, I want everything. Other than that, I want everything. So how we can frame? Select star from EMP where age, simply put not before that between. Okay, before that between, what we have to do? Simply put not. Okay, so not between 30 to 40. We'll see like this. Yes, we got. See, that range of values, 3 we have in that range, so those range of values it has excluded, and other than that it has selected everything. Not in the sense, just exclude, it will exclude that range of values. It will exclude that range satisfied values. Other than that, it will select all the values. Hope you understood this one. So the next thing, exclusion also we discussed. So then go for the 8th query. Retrieve the details of employees whose name starts with the letter A. Okay, whose name starts with the letter A. So here, see here we have two different tokens that we are going to use with this like operator, because to do that one we use this like operator. Okay, like operator we use, and we create a pattern. Okay, over there what we have to do, we have to create a pattern. All these things are somewhat what we call high level standard. Maybe you will not understand what is a pattern. So pattern is something, a matching trick, we can say. Pattern is something, a matching trick with which we can retrieve the records. So we said, what we said over here in our query, we said retrieve the details of employee whose name starts with the letter A. So to get that query working, what we have to do is we have to create a pattern, a matching pattern, and that pattern will tell the query to match to match all the names whose first letter is A. So how we can create means, first you put A, then followed by modulo symbol, okay, percentile symbol. That's it, A modulus. So this modulus, what it will do is it will match 0 or more characters, 0, 1 or more characters. It will match 0, 1 or more characters, and it will simply ignore those characters. And it will focus only on the first letter, that is A. It will focus only on the first letter, that is A. So how we can create the pattern now means, see, select star from emp where ename, like operator we have to use, like followed by the pattern. So all these syntaxes you write down in your notebook. All these syntaxes, all these queries you write down in your notebook, because it will help you a lot. It will help you a lot in understanding this SQL. Okay, select star from emp where ename, it must be like a modula. Okay, A modula. So that modula will ignore all the patterns, all the characters, 0, 1, 2 or more, all characters it will ignore, and it will only look for the first character, which should be A in your employee name. It will only look for the first character, which should be A in your employee name. And after that A, whatever characters you are having, it will simply ignore all those characters. So first, before framing this thing, I just want to print the entire table so that to have the clarity. Select star from employee. I have 10 records in my employee. Okay. So in this, what I want to select, what I want to retrieve, I want to retrieve all the names which are starting with letter A. So select star from emp where ename like, okay, where ename like that pattern A modula. So modula will ignore the rest of the characters, and A will try to match only with the first letter. Okay, only with the first letter. So you got Ahmad, Albert and Ahmad. Yeah, Ahmad entry we have twice, so we got 2 times. So 1001 Ahmad, and 1005 Albert, and 1009 again Ahmad. So like this we got only 3 records in our output. So all these are starting with letter A. So try other one. So like try R. Okay, R, starting with R, and yeah, after that it can have any number of characters, and it doesn't matter what characters it is having. So it should start with only R. So select star from employee where ename like, we said R, isn't it? R modulo, and close the query. Hit the enter. See, R we have 2 entries, Robert and Raju. So we got that in our output. So let us say in this, if you want more specific, you want to match the second character as well. Let us say if you want to match the second character as well. So then how we can? So select star from emp where ename like to match the second character, just put the second character. Okay, ro, let us say. Okay, so like this, and after that rest of the characters we simply want to ignore. They can be anything, they can be any number in length. Okay, put the modulus, then close this, put the semicolon at the end, hit the enter key. See, now it is retrieving only Robert. It is retrieving only Robert. It is not retrieving that Raju. Okay, because the second character it is not matching in Raju. In Robert it is matching two characters. So just try that Ahmad and Albert case. Match three characters over there, two characters over there. So select star from emp where ename like what we said, modulus. So it will retrieve two records. Okay, Ahmad only it is retrieving, Albert it is not retrieving because second character it is not matching. Hopefully you understood. So in this way we can create the patterns by making use of that modulus operator. Okay, modulus, what it will do, we said it will match 0, 1 or more characters and simply ignores. It will match 0, 1 or more characters and it will simply ignores them. So likewise, so this thing also we discussed. So we have to go again over here. So retrieval of pattern matching trick, that also we have discussed. Like operator with your where like operator in where class, that also we discussed. Then retrieve the details of employees whose age is either 54 or 35. Retrieve, I mean 54 or 35 we are saying. We are not saying that range. We are not giving the range. The age must be either 54 or 35. Once again you go to the table, select star from emp. So here we have 54, we don't have 54, so we make it as 64. Okay, we will make it as 64. Do we have 35? 35 also we don't have, right? So we make it as 38. Okay, so just correct this value as 64 and just correct this value as 38. Okay, 38 and 64. I want to retrieve the details where their age must be either 64 or 38. So how we can, so it is specifying multiple values. Okay, not the range but specifying multiple values. With this we achieve with the help of what operator? With the help of in operator. So select star from employee where class age in and use parenthesis over here, age in 64 comma 38. So I mean whoever is having 64 and 38 age, only they will be selected. 64 and 38. Okay, only they will be selected. Other than that it will simply ignore. See, only two it has selected. It is not giving the range over there, but it is giving the specific values over there. So if you want 32 also to be included, simply what you do, go here and put 32 also, hit enter. See, 32 also got selected. If you don't want 64, remove that 64. Remove that 64. So it will select only like that. Hopefully you understood. Hopefully you understood. Yeah, this is something about the where class and the where class operators. All the things we have completed. Where class we have completed, where class operators we have completed successfully. And we have seen all these queries also, how we can solve. It is very important you practice. In order to get some proficiency in SQL, you have to practice the queries only. Okay, try to frame all these queries by your own and try to understand how we are framing the queries, because they are very near to your English statements. We are not doing any complex logic processing over there. Just the way how we are framing the English statements, in that same way we are framing the queries to the database. Okay, they are very similar to framing the queries to the data, statements in English language, isn't it? The way how we are framing the statements in English language, in that same way we are framing the queries to the database. So it will become very easy for you to analyze and understand the SQL language queries. Okay, and believe me, it is one of the trending topics in today's world. Of course SQL is not, but the concepts which are similar to SQL, they are trending. The concepts which are similar to SQL, they are trending in the market. So if you have the proficiency, if you have the knowledge of SQL, you can get into those trending concepts and you can have the knowledge of those trending concepts as well. See, to do some advanced level training, you need basics. Believe me, this SQL is basics only. Okay, to do some advanced level training, I told you the Tabla is one of the famous data retrieval tool which we have currently in the market. So to get that proficiency, to get that advanced level training, you need to have SQL knowledge, Python knowledge, R programming knowledge, all these things. Okay, so quickly we proceed in our PPT and we see what we have. So the next thing, as I said, the where class, so far we practiced the where class only in select query, isn't it? Only in select command we practiced. So this where class, it is also having a role when it comes to the update and delete commands. That also we are going to discuss in today's session. Where class is not only used in select statement but also used in update and delete statements. Update and delete statements. So quickly we go and we see the update command. Okay, the next command which we have inside SQL is the update command. It is one of the important command. Okay, the SQL update query or update command is used to modify the existing record. Suppose when you have done the entry of some field, some record into the table, at some point you find that so and so salary details are not correct, or so and so employee name is not correct, so and so age is not correct, likewise. So immediately what we have to do, we have to edit those details, isn't it? Deleting the complete database or deleting the complete record is not the flexible thing. Okay, we need to have the flexibility of editing that particular field itself. If age is entered wrongly, means incorrectly, means we need to have the flexibility of editing that age itself. So that is what we do with the help of this update query or update command. So simply to edit the records, whatever you have entered, whatever you have input into the database, to edit those records, we make use of this update query, the SQL update query, update command. So again, the where clause is used inside the update query. If you don't use the where clause, simply what will happen, it will edit all the rows irrespective to the query. It will update all the rows present inside the tables. That we don't want, isn't it? That we don't want. We want to edit only a specific record, okay, where the entry has been done wrongly. Okay, we want to edit only a specific record where the entry has been done wrongly. So to do that one, we have to use the where class. We have to include the where class inside your update command, update query. So quickly we go and we see what examples we have over here. So these two things we discussed. The SQL update query is used to modify the existing records in the table, and the where class is used along with the update query to update the selected rows, but not the all the rows. If you don't use the where class, otherwise what will happen, all the rows will be updated or affected. So the syntax to use the update query: update table name. Don't use any other supporting command over here. Direct, like select field name, or create table, or we said insert into, like that. We are not going to have any supporting command over here. Directly update followed by the table name. Update, remember this one, update followed by the table name, and after the table name we have the support command over here, that is set. So this understanding is also very, very important. Whenever we are creating a table, we are writing create table. Create, the supporting command we are giving over there. Create table, create user, likewise. Okay, whenever we are selecting, select followed by the field specification we are giving. The supporting command over there is field specification. And whenever we are inserting, insert into, we are saying insert into. Into is the supporting command. Likewise, for update, we have set as the supporting command. Update table name, set. Update table name, set. Here the supporting command will come after the table name. Remember this difference and write down this difference and analyze this logic and remember this logic. Okay, update table name, then set. set what columns you want to change. That indication you have to give over here. Update table, set columns to be modified, where any identification you have to give, so that only that particular row gets affected. If you don't give the where followed by the identification or followed by the condition, then what will happen? All rows will be modified. It is a problematic thing. Modifying all the rows, it is a problematic thing. I will show you one by one all the things, and whenever it is possible, will not commit the because they are not auto committed commands, so we will not commit and we will roll back, because every time doing the entry and repeating the same thing, it is a tedious job. So what I will do, I will uh, enter some command and I will show the output of that command and I will roll back, so that to get the previous entries only. Okay, I will do the modifications. I will not save those modifications. What I mean to say is, I will not save that modifications, because if I save the modifications, the actual data gets affected and we can't practice the further examples. So to practice the further examples, what I have to do? Again, I have to create the same table. That I don't want. So, to have the, I hope you got the clarity of what we are going to do. See, yeah, inside that condition, where class, when we are writing a single condition, you have the flexibility of entering more than one condition. Okay, by using and or operators. Okay, so quickly, update table name, set the fields to be modified, where condition, to select the suitable rows. Okay, so we'll do in this way. So here what exactly will happen means, see, first of all, update table, it will be selected for, I mean, it will be considered as you are going to update the table. Then what it will do, it will select the query, I mean, select the records to update. So how it will select the records? By using this where class. By using this where condition, whatever records it will satisfy over here, all those records will be selected. Whatever records will be satisfied over here, all those records will be selected inside this where condition. If let us say you are not writing this where condition, then you are not specifying any condition, so all the records will be selected. If there is no where condition, all the records will be selected, and from that records, whatever changes you are saying over here to do, whatever column values you are asking it to change, all those values will be changed. Okay, so quickly, when we do the practical example, you will understand. So over here you can see the following example updates the age of employee John with EID 1002. Okay, with EID 1002. You can see over here what I am saying. Update table name employee, set age as 36, where ID is 1002. So that simple thing I'm asking it to do. So quickly we go and we see. So sometimes it will go, the session will go more than an hour because we are doing complete hands-on. So select, not select, update we said, isn't it? So update table name employee, set, okay, set age we said. So first you select, I mean first you check the table, select star from employee. So over here, as you can see, John, he is not having any age entry over here. He's not having any age entry. So I want to input the age over here. When I created the record of this John, I forgot to mention the age over here. So now I want to input that age. So how I can do? With the help of update. So update, update table name employee. Then what we have to do? Set age equals to how much age? Let us say 36 we said inside our slide, isn't it? Inside our slide we said 36. So that same 36 I am keeping over here. Age equals to 36, where, okay, where name must be equals to, or no, not name. We said ID, isn't it? So EID equals to 1002. 1002. So simply what it will do, it will update that value. See, hit enter, one row updated. Wonderful. It is showing one row updated. So just go and select star from table, so, not tab, sorry, my mistake. Table name we have to put employee. See over here. Now 1002 employee, he got 36 as age. So try to update this Robert as well. How we can? That is update, okay, update table employee, set e age equals to some 45. Okay, e age 45, where class eid equals to 1003. Okay, don't give this one, 1003. Put the semicolon at the end and hit the enter key. See, one row got updated. So again you select star from emp. Okay, now that 45 for Robert also we got 45. Okay, try to what we call just roll back. Okay, select star from emp. See here, now I want to do the modification of age, modification of salary at the same time. So updating two fields at the same time, that also I will show you. Update, table name is employee, set e age as 45, comma, e salary as 34,000, where EID equals to 1003. Hope both the things will be updated. Hit the enter key, one row got updated because two fields we are changing, but inside a single row only we are changing. And using update command, we can do the update of only one row at any time. At a time. Okay, there are some procedures using with that we can do multiple record update as well. Okay, simply don't put the where clause. If you don't put the where clause, what will happen? Then the entire table will be updated. I will show you that one also. So here I have updated two fields. Okay, using the same update command, I have updated two fields, that is e age and e salary. Select star from emp. Just see that one. See, 45 is his age, 34,000 his salary. Both the things got updated. Okay, not only the blanks but also the already existing values you can update. So let us say here 1001 person name is John. I want to edit his name like Vinod. Okay, 1010 name I want to edit like Vinod. So how we can do? Update. Okay, update emp, set e name equals to Vinod, where EID equals to 1010. One row got updated. So now 1010, previously he was John. So now he will be Vinod. Let us just check that one. Select star from EMP. See, 1010 we got Vinod only. 1010, as you can see over here, we got Vinod. Hopefully you understood. Previously he was John. By using this update query, I have updated this Vinod. Okay, so this is something about update, not only the missing values but also the existing values you can update. So say we will practice one more thing. I want to update the Michael's salary to 65,000. Over here Michael's salary is 39,000. I want to make it as 65,000. So update Michael's salary. Update employee, set e salary equals to 65,000, where e name Michael we said, right? E name Michael. So put the semicolon at the end and one row got updated. Now you see, select star from emp, not from emp, and hit the enter key. See, Michael's salary got updated to 65,000. So like this you can edit all these values. You can update all these values. Okay. So the next thing, as I said, if you don't put the where clause, I mean, we will go to the this one we practiced. Then updating multiple fields within a record, this also we practiced. E-age and e-name directly we modified, this also we practiced. Then updating multiple records. Now what I want to do, I want to update multiple records. So to update multiple records, see here, age value redundant we have over here, 45, 45. So where e-age is 45, if I mention, what will happen? It will update these two. It will update these two. Just see, I want to give let us say I want to edit the salary details of employees whose age is exactly 45,000. I want to give 50,000 to them. Here Robert is having 34,000 and Vinod is having 18,000. I want to increase their salaries. I want to give round figure salary of 50,000 whoever is having more than 45, I mean whoever is having exactly 45 age, okay, exactly 45 years as age. So how we can update table name employee, set is salary equals to 50,000, where e age equals to 45, where age is 45, edit their salary to 50,000, hit the enter keys. As you can see, two rows updated, it is showing now two rows updated. So just go and check, select star from employee. So those two here you can see, 45 Robert, we got 50,000, 45 age Vinod, we got 50,000. So like this we have updated two rows at the same time. Okay, updating multiple rows using the update query. So this we have discussed. So finally, multiple conditions inside where class. We can put multiple conditions also inside the where class by using simply and command. So if the person's name is John and if his age is 64,000, I want to edit the salary. Okay, 64, we don't have 54. If the person name is Vinod, okay, if the person name is Vinod and if his age is 64,000, I mean 64 years, okay, because Vinod, we have two Vinods over here, one Vinod with 45 age, another Vinod with 64 age. So what the manager told me to do, the person who is the person Vinod whose age is 64,000, because we have redundancy in name over here, so that's why we are taking another condition. First condition, the person name must be age. So if I change the salary of person name must be Vinod. If I change the salary of Vinod, it will affect on two fields. If it will affect on two rows, this row gets affected and this row gets affected. I don't want that effect. So again, I am keeping one more condition and I am saying age must be 64,000. Sorry, 64. Age must be 64. And in give the salary decrement, we say this time what we are doing, we are deducing the salary, and I told him, I mean the manager told me to make the salary as 30,000. So how we can update table employee, okay, update table employee, set is salary equals to 30,000, where two conditions I have to put. First, the name, e name equals to Vinod, okay, e name equals to Vinod, and is age, age equals to 64. So now how many rows will get affected? Only one row. This row will be get affected. This row will not be get affected because here the age constraint is not matching. Age condition is not matching. Okay. So simply hit the enter key. See, only one row got affected. And this age, I mean this salary, it will be deduced to 30,000. Just see that one. Select star from employee. See, we got 30,000 over here. Okay, so like this, we can put multiple conditions also inside the query. Multiple conditions also inside the query. And if you, this is a warning, if you miss the where clause, then what will happen? All rows will get affected. See what I am saying? Simply update table name employee, set e name equals to some John. Set e name equals to John. So now what will happen? All employees will get this name John. So it is an error. It is a warning. Before using the update command, you have to be very cautious. If you don't use the where class, I'm not using any where class. So what will happen? It will affect all my rows. See, all 10 rows updated. All 10 rows updated. Now you go select star from employee. Hit enter. See, all names. John, John, John we are getting. So like that, if EH, let us say EH, update age update employee, set age equals to 45. I'm not giving any where class. Hit the enter key. All 10 rows updated. Select star from EMP. See, all are getting 45,000. Okay, 45 age. All are 45 age. Now e salary. So update. Okay, update employee. Okay, set is salary equals to some 65,000. 65,000. Hit enter. All 10 rows updated. Again, you go and see. Select star from EMP employee. Okay, all rows, all records got updated. So this is a warning. This is a problem. If you don't put the where clause, all my rows will get affected. So simply I have not saved anything. It is unsaved. So what I am doing, I am typing the rollback. So complete things, whatever editings I have done so far, all those will be deleted. Okay. So select star from EMP. So you will get the previous records only. Okay. So now you save this, commit. So committed. Hopefully you understood. Okay, hopefully you understood these things. So now you go, yeah, this we have discussed. So there is a delete command that we will see in our next video, hopefully tomorrow. With that delete command I will add some more commands like truncate we will discuss. There are some keeping subqueries into a query, that also we discuss hopefully. See, practice only makes you perfect in this SQL. Just listening how I am writing, it is not enough. Just listening to video, just watching my video, it is not enough. You have to write all these queries. I mean, most of the students, they are asking, do we have to maintain a notes for this? Means yes, you have to maintain a notes. Just maintain the notes, write all these queries into the notes, and practice all these commands. As I have specified all the tools, I have shown you how to configure those tools in your computing environment, I mean inside your computer. Okay, just install the required software and practice all these things. Okay, thank you very much, students.